What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden. Today we're going to be we've got another tournament game for you guys. This is going to be part of the, what month is it? April online tournament. We actually only had three people in Type 1 2 players, so we just played round robin. 3 rounds are recorded, all three games, so odds are you're watching one of those, well, one of the first two. So one of the ones that I was playing in, the last one was just recorded, or I recorded the game in between Emmanuel and Renee and just commentated over it. So not going to go over this deck for that one. But I will kind of talk about their decks just a little bit, what they were playing before getting into this. Renee was playing a little bit of a kind of splash musicians deck. There's kind of a few tricks in there, and I think he's been kind of working on it for a little while and tweaking it. Pretty cool defense too. He's got kind of a little bit of demons, but a little bit of crimson as well. So we'll be able to see how that was working out for him, at least in our game, and also the one against Emmanuel. Then Emmanuel was going back to his classic Daniel deck. He's been running for a while and trying out, so yeah, I'm excited to show you guys those two decks as well. But what I played, we're gonna look at this deck that I've got going on here. This was kind of a little bit of a classic. I decided to take it back a little bit. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to play for the tournament. I kind of had a few deck ideas floating around, but I didn't really, for kind of a small tournament, I didn't really want to like bring out something like brand new and fresh that was like, this new idea I hadn't really tried out before, because I didn't want to kind of put all the work into making a fresh deck. Just gonna put it out there. I didn't really have the time for and the mental energy the night before to make a completely brand new deck, but I decided to go into kind of my old Lackey files, or kind of like what I had in Lackey from since I've had it installed, and went back to this deck from 2018, which was a Demons and Disciples deck, as you can see. But I kind of updated it with newer cards. This was back in so like 2018. I think that was after Revelation of John came out. I think those were like the most recent cards I had in the deck. So I was trying out stuff with like the martyrs, with like Angel from the Sun. We got John the Apocalyptist. So kind of a few neat little tricks in there that we were able to add. And then obviously defense, we got like Red Dragon and Abaddon, Blasphemies, Dragon's Wrath, kind of all those really cool Revelation of John cards. So I was really just trying out orange, and then trying to see how Disciples would get revamped, because obviously they've been pretty popular, or they were pretty popular for a while after the Disciples set came out. So I decided to kind of give them one last shot before Gospels of Christ comes out, and the whole offense probably looks completely different. It's not just about busted Thaddeus. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. It'll be tough for them to make a Thaddeus that's much better than this one without having it be OP, but assuming set rotation happens at some point, this one will no longer be around. So Disciples will probably look a lot different. So yeah, this deck was definitely a lot of fun to play, and I really enjoyed going back to it. Added a few things like Accusers, negate OT humans in battle. OT themes are very popular, so it's kind of a nice little tech lost soul to be running there. If you saw the live stream, I think it was the March one that Accusers kind of took over the game a little bit, or kind of in our multiplayer game, it definitely had an effect, and it was kind of fun to see. The rest of these are kind of just regular like acceleration lost souls. You can see here, and like getting some value and stuff there. The other one that's not really as much about value is Humble. That's mostly because of cards like Colosseum, or maybe even like Covenant with Death or something like that. That can stop our Thaddeus, since that's kind of the main rescue. Colosseum is kind of the big one, so if I just make sure my hand is lowered, make sure that Thaddeus will be cannot be prevented, then we'll be in good shape, because obviously you already cannot be interrupted, so don't really need to worry about that part after the fact. We are only running 9 disciples total. We've got Matthias in here, who can play Gamaliel's speech, and also Peter in the reserve, who we want to be playing it on most of the time so that he makes it cannot be negated. But otherwise, we're kind of just running the more powerful ones. Like, there's no, we don't have Andrew, we don't have James, son of Zebedee, and we don't have Simon the Zealot. Like, Simon the Zealot is decent. He's got a decent ability with, like, protecting your hand and deck while he remains in play, but he has to go into battle first in order for his ability to activate, and he's not usually going to be an ideal rescue. We pretty much always want to be going in with, like, Matthew to get some drawing, or, like, Thomas to get some CBN enhancements going, or obviously Thaddeus to just do all the things, or protect all the things, and make it so your opponent can't do any of the things. So then we also added some artifacts that help speed up our offense a little bit. Book of the Covenant is a pretty standard artifact at this point to get some key covenants here, especially kind of with Abraham to get out Reassuring Angel, so we can get whatever hero we want, or Peter to set up our Gamaliel's speech and our 4 drachma coin. But also a couple other covenants that are really nice. Or Covenant with Adam, seeing a reprint was really helpful. In the original version of this deck, I was running Crown of Thorns, which decreases all evil characters 0/3. But Covenant with Adam is a lot better because, for one, it's got purple, so if I want to use it as a good enhancement, that's pretty neat. And then it just decreases blocking characters 0/3, so it's a little easier to control. My defense is mostly pretty big, but like Crown of Thorns would kill my Messenger of Satan and my Deceiver and Territory, which I don't necessarily want. Let's see. So the reason that this works well in the deck is the reason you want to decrease evil characters is because it works well with Thaddeus, because he protects everything from evil characters with toughness X or less. So if you're decreasing their toughness, then they're more likely to fall under that protection, especially with the popularity of really big guys like King of Tyrus and Red Dragon. Since we're not running 12 disciples, then we have to rely on kind of with Adam to get them down to a range that we have here. And then Eternal Covenant to get our disciples back, since obviously we're kind of relying on having a large number of disciples out. We want to make sure we kind of maximize on that, and especially if our Thaddeus gets discarded by like Christian Martyr or something like that, we want to be able to get him back for rescue. And let's see, Bethlehem is also one that I kind of wanted to make use of. So it works well with Covenant with Abraham, obviously, and it's kind of just a good card in general, so a little extra speed there. But we actually could potentially use the sight side now. Unfortunately, Thaddeus is Matthew, but we do have Thomas, who is a Luke hero. We have, let's see, Matthew is a Luke hero, and I guess it's just Thomas and Matthew. Yeah. But that's still pretty good. Being able to get some CVP drawing and banding is pretty sweet. I don't know, like, it's not going to happen a whole lot of the time, but it is a possibility. When hopefully we'll get to see kind of more of the Luke offense when Gospels of Christ comes out. But good enhancements. We've got some Soul Gen here, some Battle Winners, and some speed. That's pretty much standard. Reverence and Awe is nice because it can grab any of these cards here. Patmos is one of the good ones for fetching a hero. It can also recur them from your discard pile. Herod's Temple to instead discard, so like Christian Martyr. Not that people are playing that a whole lot now anyways, but it could be helpful. and Noah's Ark for fairly obvious reasons. I don't know. It also holds Covenant with Adam, so it's like even better than usual. For just protecting heroes and territory, making sure our disciples stay safe from our opponents and also from us because we've got a board wipe in here. We've got Dragon's Wrath to kind of combo with our red dragon. I mean, usually this is best in like an Angel's offense or something like that because then you have like no risk of hitting your heroes. But I thought it might be kind of fun to try out with this one, like if you're getting really far behind and want to just clear the board, especially like early in the game or something. If they get off to a really fast start with a big banning chain or something, then Dragon's Wrath can be a pretty nice one to just kind of hit the reset button, sort of. And that way we've got one on offense and one on defense, so we can just clear everything in 2 turns, I guess. Other than that, we're kind of just, getting that mono orange thing going because I wanted to try out the Fallen Star. Um, I think I want to say the deck was Unity Orange beforehand, and now, or like in the 2018 version, now it's probably even less so than it was because I am running Seven Suns in reserve. Actually, I think that was in reserve in the other version too. But anyway, and then Judean Mediums as well, just because it works really well with Red Dragon and King of Tyrus. And both of those come out with the Deceiver. Seven Suns you can also grab with Wages of Sin because it says negate and discard 3 nails, so it has a discard ability. Wages can also grab Did God Really Say, can grab Dragon's Wrath, can grab Blasphemies, so any of our other evil enhancements. And I can also grab Confusion of Mind, which is pretty cool. This is kind of another tech card that I thought would be pretty helpful, and I think it's definitely underrated. So try this one out in some decks. And then also the God of this World kind of works with the Fallen Star in kind of limiting your opponent's speed. So Fallen Star makes it so that if they use a search ability, they have to underdeck a random card from hand, and that's not even like searching their deck only. It's like, if they're searching their discard pile or their reserve, basically if they're getting a card from some other location, then they will have to underdeck a random card from hand, and sometimes it could be the card they searched for. So you could basically just undo their search and then make them have to try again, or they used up their search ability or their search card. And then God of this World, they just draw 1 less. There are a lot of abilities kind of like Bethlehem now where you just get to draw 1. Like Jeshua is another good example where God of this World just basically shuts him off, which is pretty cool. Kind of an underrated card, I think. But it's not like super great because it's not a very good blocker, but I think getting it set up in your territory, if you can make it so that it's not negated by like the Distress Lost Soul or all of the other negate characters and territory stuff now. Both the Fallen Star and God of this World are pretty cool. Divining Damsel, I decided to try her out instead of Damsel with the Spirit of Divination because I'm actually using a New Testament offense, so there's potential for using New Testament, or using actually using the search ability, if I can talk. And then also, like, Pagan Sailors is not really necessary, but I think it works well with Sheol. Like, I think Sheol is good enough to justify using in pretty much any Unity deck, but Pagan Sailors kind of gives it more flexibility in that since Sheol only adds humans, then I can either add Pagan Sailors if they're in my territory and they're orange, or whatever brigade I have on my other evil enhancements, or if Pagan Sailors ends up in my discard pile, I can banish it because in my discard pile it's multi-brigade, so I can banish it to add my opponent's evil character, and then it doesn't really matter if what brigade they're playing on defense. Just because Shield just says add an evil human and matching brigade to battle, so it can be either player's territory or your hand, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. It was a lot of fun to play and try out again. I might try to play it some more. I guess you might not be able to tell from here, but I am running it at 52 cards just because I was just kind of lazy and didn't really figure out what 2 cards I should cut. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. But I also, like, I don't know, I think it's alright at 52. It's, I don't know that it's going to beat any, Throne decks anytime soon. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, if you get a well-timed Dragon's Wrath, it could happen. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely fun to play, and if you guys want to try it out, then you can definitely check out the deck list down below, and you can recreate it in Lackey or in paper cards, obviously. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive into the game.
8. All right.
I drew 1 soul.
Okay. I drew 1 as well.
Covenant Breakers.
Yes.
Nice. Alright, any star abilities?
I have 2.
Go for it. I have 0.
Okay. Coming Prince and Stone Cut Without Hands. Coming Prince says, look at the top card of deck. You may underdeck it. Yep. Which I'll do that first. Yeah, I guess I'll underdeck it. And then Stone Cut Without Hands, look at the bottom 6 cards of the deck. You may top deck a Daniel card.
Gonna top deck the bottom one?
6, I know. I was thinking, I was like, which one should I do first? But... All right.
The order you did probably made the most sense.
It's a good Daniel card.
Okay.
All right.
All right. And
8. That's it for me.
All right.
And then the hopper.
Yep. It's all yours.
I'll put this here. Just
Okay.
All right. And then I'll activate my Lost Soul ability.
Yep.
Top deck a star card from reserve. Noah's Ark.
Okay.
And then that is it for me.
All right. Well, you get to choose who goes first.
I'll let you go first. Cool. No, hold on. I'll go first.
Okay.
Sorry. Put down Darius the Creed.
Okay.
And then you may go.
I will draw a darkness. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and use the darkness. Let's see who's gonna help me the most here against what I am fairly confident you got going on here.
I don't know what I'm playing yet.
Yeah, that seems kind of fun. We'll grab the Fallen Star.
Oh, great. And he does, what's his territory class?
Yep, so if opponent uses a search ability, they must underdeck a random card from hand.
Perfect.
If he's blocking alone, I can withdraw all heroes. You can present a new hero, cannot be negated in battle. Alright. So I guess we'll just go ahead and put him down. Then I will... Yeah, I think I'm going to make a rescue with John the Apocalyptist.
All right. Revelation enhancements. John and Revelation enhancements can be negated.
Correct.
You can play John and Revelation enhancements. All right. Yeah. I'll block with Nebuchadnezzar.
Okay.
I'm toss the next enhancement played.
All right. -2 then.
Oh, played by opponent. Yes.
We'll just play Angel.
That works. And I'll give you Covenant Breaker.
Cool.
Now, would the Hopper be considered a meat claw soul in my territory or no?
No.
Okay. That's not what I like.
Let's see, then I will put down Bartholomew and Pastor.
Put down Noah's Ark.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to pass. 8. You can go.
All right. That's a good sign, I suppose. We'll draw. Alright, just put down Bethlehem as a fortress.
Okay, and Bethlehem does.
If opponent plays a multi-brigade evil card, I can draw one or reserve my hero to negate that card this turn.
All right.
We'll activate Book of the Covenant to take. Let's take Covenant with Abraham from reserve. Which I will activate to take Peter from reserve. And guess I will put down Peter. And I'm going to rescue with Angel from the Sun and exchange to a Martyr in my deck, which will be Thomas.
Enhancements used by him can't be negated.
Yep, and then I will be banding to Matthew from my hand.
Matthew does.
Lets me draw up to X cards, limit 3, which is number of my good disciples, which is the mostly relevant, or the only relevant part of the ability. Or I could also underdeck a good Matthew enhancement from my discard pile, but
all right.
You're going to draw 3.
And that's everything?
Yep.
Block with King Belshazzar, a search deck for Temple Artifact, and I'm not doing any of that.
Yep.
So 5/6.
Your initiative.
All right. Play Thrown into the Beast. If used by a human, ban to a non-human. I ban to your, was that Prince of the World?
Fallen Star. He does
Fallen
have
Star?
Unity on him, though, I guess.
Just I can still ban to him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So Bethlehem triggers. Yeah, I think I'm going to reserve my Bartholomew to negate that.
Okay. Is it discarded?
Nope,
Or not
just
discarded?
negated.
All right. I'm a 11-6. Is still my initiative?
Yep. 14-14.
Okay. Interrupt the battle and set all characters and sites in battle for 4 turns.
Alright, special initiative.
Yep.
I will play My Lord and My God on Thomas to negate and discard that.
All right. I think that is it.
Yep.
And you win your hopper.
Let's see. I'll put down an artifact. Oops. I'm gonna play Reverence and Awe to search for.
Can't. Can you?
Oh, right. Yep. Sorry.
Darius Decree.
Yep. Good call.
Something's working for me.
Darius's Decree. It's not a card you see super often. Alright, so then I will pass turn.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Find a hero.
I do have one.
Hey.
I'm just wondering what card am I going to have to discard from my hand?
Well, it's under deck at random, so.
Oh, under deck, yeah. Still fun.
So, hopefully Foretelling Angel.
Yeah, let's go for it. You may take a Daniel Angel from deck.
Good.
Oh, Foretelling Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. So I can't. This card. All right. Would you like me to cut?
No, you're good.
All right. So how do we do the random?
So how many cards you got?
6.
Or I'll just, starting on the side by your deck is 1, and then I'll roll a
2,
d6.
3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
1.
All right. And it's Foretelling Angel.
Actually. Oh gosh. Well, I guess you don't have to tell me, I don't think, but
well, if I didn't put
I would have
it
figured it
down,
out,
you
yeah.
noticed it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Fallen Star coming in clutch.
It is. Well, I'll make a rescue attempt. Prevent the next enhancement. You may draw 1.
Okay.
Why did I do that? That's Daniel also. There's another one. Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
That was kind of a perfect storm right there. Well, since I don't think you had a hero last turn, we'll see if you drew another one, I think. And we'll block with Fallen Star and withdraw Meshach.
All right. And with my 1 draw, I drew a Bendigo.
Ooh, nice.
After my 3 lost souls.
So,
all right. My Nish.
I think I'm going to ask for Dominant Initiative.
Okay.
And we'll just go ahead and do that.
Okay. It's going great. All right. You may go.
All right. I will draw a Humble. Let's see, upkeep. I will draw 1 from book. I will put down the God of this world.
And he does.
Protect evil characters from conversion. If an opponent would draw because of his special ability, he draws 1 less.
All right.
And I will... hmm. I think I'm going to... Yeah. I'm gonna play... I can play evil enhancements, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Opponent may not play good enhancements. Yep.
Cool. So we're gonna play Did God Really Say to negate Darius's decree until end of turn.
Okay.
Then I will play Reverence and Awe to search for Herod's Temple. And I guess I'll banish your discard pile.
No, there goes the Bendigo.
Yes, except Heroes and Lost Souls. So.
Oh, Bendigo saves.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a way I can get him back. No, I think there is.
I think there's like some top deck Daniel card from your discard pile or some stuff, right? Or Faith.
Love Righteous.
Oh, sure.
I think.
Alright, so then I will put down Herod's Temple. We're going to activate Book over there. And I'll take Covenant with Adam for my reserve. And then... let's activate 4 Drachma Coin. And I think we're just going to go ahead and pop it right away. Draw 4.
Okay.
Alright, I drew a Remnant. Your Meshach is protected, so I will just grab Bartholomew from my reserve. Another artifact. I'm gonna activate Covenant with Adam. So decreases blocking characters 0-3.
Good to know.
And you ready for this?
Ready for anything at this point.
We're going to put down, well, I guess I should space them out a little bit so that those who are watching the recording can, well, I guess for me, for putting the cards up. So we're going to put down Matthias, James, son of Alpheus, Philip, and Bartholomew.
Usually by this time I have just as many heroes out, but
and then we're gonna go ahead and make a rescue attempt. Well, actually, at this point, I should might as well. We'll activate Covenant with Abraham on Book as well to grab Reassuring Angels. And I will attack with Reassuring Angels in exchange to my hand for Thaddeus, so that he is now clay as well.
and that's your rescue?
Yep, so he's protecting all cards in play, set aside artifact piles, hands, and decks from evil characters of toughness 9 or less.
Alright.
Cannot be interrupted. And then
Because my best block yet.
decreasing blocking characters 0-3. Oh.
That was my best block yet.
Alright. Puts me at 3. Then I will pass the turn.
Right. I'm going to put a Meat Lost Soul and Majestic Heavens
Yep.
to top deck. The Hopper Lost Soul.
Okay. And I will make this the token.
Yep. And I'll play Son of God Second Coming to grab. Is it the Humble?
Yep.
Lost Soul and Remnant.
Okay.
Well, Second Coming, New Jerusalem. Son of God, New Jerusalem.
Uh,
All right.
it's a little different.
Hold on. So I'll put Eternal Judgment down.
Yep.
That's good. And I will pass my turn.
All right. I will draw. Wow. That was quite the draw. Well, I guess I will play the Son of God and Second Coming that I just drew.
I was just making a comeback.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, that
That was
was
a fast game there.
yeah, that was kind of nuts. I thought my
Guys,
start against Renee was good, but this one was well, I mean, I guess it was mostly, I feel like, your deck missing your heroes right away there.
oh yeah, it sometimes flops if I don't start with a hero.
Right.
A good game. That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's a great deck there.
Yeah, I
Those
thought it would
heroes
be
out
fun to give
fast.
Disciples kind of a one last shot before they get revamped with GOC.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Wish I would have saw more of the defense, but
Yeah, that was actually, I mean, that was pretty much the rest of my hand here. And KOT, Blasphemies, Red Dragon, Pagan Sailors, Dragon's Wrath.
oh yeah, then it would have taken a little bit to try to get through that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my next hand wouldn't have done much either. Wow.
Have
Yeah, this
you
deck is a hit or miss sometimes.
have you made many changes like throughout the tournaments and stuff as you've been playing it, or?
I have. The biggest one was, which we saw on the board. Forget his name. He posted it and lowered the dominance.
Oh yeah.
So in this one, I think he has 3 or 4 dominance. I have 5.
Okay.
With Let Stray.
Oh sure.
But yeah, that was it. And then adding in Large Tree and Lion's Den to get Persian Horseman, which he had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I made some changes. It just did not show up in this round here.
Yep. Oh weird. I'm getting some kind of glitch with your camera where like half of it is working and half of it is stuck.
Oh, yeah, it is. Why is the camera doing that? Yeah, I use a GoPro camera and it acts up sometimes.
Oh sure. Well, at least
I don't know
it
why it does
waited
that.
until we were done.
Yeah, yeah, that is pretty interesting. I just have to unplug it and put it back in. All right, I'll go to the large group. Great playing with you, Jaden.
Yeah, thanks for the game. Hopefully your deck gets a little better of a draw against Renee. Well,
Yeah,
nothing bad. Yeah, no bad wishes against Renee. Just want you to get
yeah.
a game in that you feel better about the deck with.
No, I hear you. I haven't given up on this deck yet.
Yeah.